Well, folks, welcome back to the channel. I got to tell you, I am especially excited to share with you what we got on the workbench for you today. I feel personally like I have struck gold. I've hit treasure here. This is something really, really good and exciting to me. I'm going to show you exactly why and my explanation here. I actually got the wrong thing, but it ended up working out okay. And I personally, and you guys have kind of seen this progress through my channel. You know, it started off with automotive stuff, and I do some tool stuff here and there. But I am a sucker for something that is really well made. I like the buy it for life philosophy to where if I need something or just want something even, I'm going to buy it at where it's a really good quality at the best price that I can, to where hopefully it's the last one of that thing that I have to buy. And tools are no exception for that. Guys, I'm telling you, if you've just worked with tools that are really just aren't well built, they're not a pleasure to work with. And that's not a problem with what I've got here. It hits 2 marks for me. It's really, really good quality stuff. I mean, in some ways, I'm going to show you how it's superior to even some of my best stuff that I've bought here. And it's cheaper. That's the just knock out of the park with it there. So, enough talking about that. Get you on over to the bench here, and let's look at what we're looking at today. Yeah, we're looking at tools here. So I will set this aside for just a minute. I have had these Snap-on 3/8 extensions for quite some time now, and you know, I've been buying I'm not gonna lie, guys, I bought a fair amount of Snap-on stuff secondhand, and you know, it's expensive, but it's good quality stuff. The Snap-on stuff really, really is. I get it's expensive, but you know, I'm gonna own this for the rest of my life, right? I've got the 3/8 extension set here. There's total of 6 pieces, right? And it's got the nice little wobble end. And that's what I meant to get in my 1/4 inch purchase here. Well, it's really good. It is. I've even got the original little placard here. But it's expensive, guys. I know that this stuff is expensive. So that's where I'd done a little research, and a lot of guys on the internet were saying, hey, yeah, check out Koken. They make some good stuff. So I'm like, well, you know, let's get a set. And worst case scenario, that's the beautiful thing about YouTube here. Treat it as a business. Old taxman can't say nay about me buying any tools or anything to shoot a video, right? So we got these Koken extensions. Now that let's see what this is all about. Well, I kind of messed up and got the wrong ones, but they're so good. I had to make a video about them. So I didn't have a 1/4 inch set. I wanted to get a 1/4 inch set. So I got one here, 6 piece, just like the Snap-on here. So 3/8, 1/4 inch, decided to my collection. So bought it right off Amazon and got it shipped right here to the house. First of all, it comes in this nice box, and let's just go ahead and open the box. And it comes in one of these plastic, if I can open it, comes in one of these little plastic trays, just like the big boys in America do it. Now, oops, kind of got them a little out of hand here. Now, here's the beauty of this right here. For those that may not be familiar, Koken is a Japanese company. And I, especially as of late, have kind of become a sucker for Japanese stuff. And I don't know if I just romanticize it or what, but I'm telling you guys, you know, I like a good quality USA made product. I mean, I've had a few in the channel that I've ranted and raved about, and I think it's great whenever you can buy something domestic here in America. It's really good quality, and I don't know, there's just something cool about it that it's right here in the USA. And that's what I love about these right here. They're made right here in the USA. It's a US company. Yeah, they're expensive, but they're good quality. And I'm supporting the folks here in the USA. Well, I'm telling you, I've been buying some Japanese stuff, and they just don't miss with everything. And it's just something that I feel like is built into their culture. It doesn't matter what it is, no matter what the job is, they are going to do it to the best of their ability. And I hate to say it, but it feels like in America, we just, I don't know, the consumerist in them. And look at me making a video about products here, being a consumerist. But we've kind of taken a weird turn in the past several years to where everybody wants to buy stuff as cheap as they can. Well, cheap comes at a cost, and that cost is poor quality. And that could be tools or anything. I mean, it's kind of the, you know, it's the Walmarts of the world. And I'm not saying everything at Walmart's poor quality, but that, you know, we as consumers have demanded and wanted cheaper stuff. And in turn, manufacturers have to cut corners somewhere in order to meet that want, so to speak. And don't get me wrong, there's some places where that's okay. If you got a cheap disposable product, it's a one-time use type deal, no problem, not at all. But there are dudes out there like me that want stuff that is really good quality and is a joy to work with. I tell you, there's nothing more miserable than having a poor quality tool to try to do a job, and it makes the job longer because it strips the bolt, this, that, or the other. I mean, I could go do a whole spiel on that. But the Japanese people, it doesn't matter what the item is, they just seem to go to great lengths to make sure that it is done to the best of their ability. And the beauty of it is that, it can be expensive, but they, it's having the best of the best, so to speak, over there is, it's a lot cheaper than, than stateside. If you buy the best of the best here, usually it's going to be pretty darn expensive. Whenever now, of course, the cost of getting it over here and everything like that, that's going to cost a little bit, right? But it's still a lot cheaper. So before we even talk about price, I want to kind of end with that. Let me just talk a little bit about this extension set here, how it compares to the Snap-on. Now, I know it's not really a super fair comparison for kind of two reasons, so to speak. One is whenever I bought this, I meant to get I forget what they call this. I think Koken's the one that actually invented it, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's a Japanese company. They got this little wobble end on it, and what that allows you to do, well, let me just show you. What it allows you to do is take an extension, and it gives you two ranges here. So whenever you put it on the first step, see how it's got some play in there, and you can kind of get where you want. You push it all the way in, then it locks all the way in. Well, that's what I meant to get with the Koken here. And but then whenever I got it, I thought, holy crap, these might be better than what I have already. So take a look at this. The fit and finish is second to none. I mean, the quality, the case itself, the hard plastic it's right on par with the Snap-on. I mean, it's the blow mold case, whatever you want to call this. It's good. It's stiff, it's rigid. I can hold it with one hand, as you see here, just like I can with the Snap-on, carry it. Don't feel like it's going to break if I drop it, at least the first time, right? But the extensions are just, they're really, really good. If it'll focus here, I may have to move these out of the way. Give me a better background here. But the extensions, they are just manufactured to a really, really high quality. They've got the part numbers on there. You can see the Koken logo. The detent and the little ball here is just, it's a pleasure to use. You put this right on there. It feels good. It doesn't have just a ton of deflection in there. I was just really amazed. But here is where these just are the cat's meow, so to speak. Whenever I bought the Snap-ons, let me try to find one that's kind of, roughly the same length. Okay, that one right there. Another reason that I like the Snap-ons over a lot of the other guys are, you're going to see, well, let me get a little bit more, show you something. So this right here is a Williams extension made here in the United States of America. Just as not to a highly finished degree, quite as what the Snap-on is here. But I liked the Snap-on because the barrel, so to speak, the extension part of it, it kind of narrows and tapers down. I like that. Fits in tight places a little bit better than, say, the old chunky Williams here. Saves on weight a little bit. And the knurling. The knurling is what got me, because I can take this and say you get a socket and a bolt on there. This knurling, your hands are a little greasy or whatnot, you can at least grab it and you can spin the nut on or off, the bolt, whatever the case may be. And the knurling was just really nice. And that was the one, kind of the 1-2 punch, so to speak. The fact that it had the knurling and it tapers down, and then of course the little wobble portion is just the icing on the cake, right? Well, Koken does that stuff, but it does it better. Now, I can't speak for the wobble portion. I may go ahead and get the wobble to do a different video. Once again, the tax man can't say yay or nay, right? But the extensions themselves, they do that exact same thing. Look at this. It has that nice taper, just like the Snap-on does, but they go an extra step here. Look at let's take these off here. This is kind of hard to quantify on video, but look at the knurling here. It's not super deep, and to feel it, you know, it feels pretty good, but it's not super deep. The Koken, look at the knurling and the way it's broke up here. This, you can feel this. I promise. This is 2-3 times deeper than what the Snap-on is, and I kind of like that it's up here rather than down here. So down here, you kind of gotta, you feel like you kind of gotta get up past this to twirl on it. This, I can stay right up here, twirl on it, spin. But the really neat part about this is see how it's kind of like they skip spots, kind of like serrations. There's a reason for that, and this is where that extra level of detail comes in. If I set this down on a bench, flat workspace, but let's say it's got a little bit of an incline. Let's simulate that, okay? Well, what's the idea behind that? Well, check out this Snap-on extension. If I set it down, let's say it's on a slight incline or even just on a flat surface. You throw it down, use it, rolls right off, right? That was clanking, hitting the ground there, so to speak. The Koken, watch. It stops. The way it rolls, it eventually hits one of those flat spots and it stops. Pretty good. If I do the same thing with the Snap-on, it's just going to keep on rolling right off the bench. The Koken stays put. Little things like that matter. I know it sounds weird, but little things like that to me are just nice. And I thought, whenever I saw this, I thought, no way. They're doing this better than what we are. Crazy. Well, here's the part that I think is going to be the real kicker for you guys. And once again, please just take this as a representation of an example here. I'm not really going to compare in this video as far as how the sockets mate up to these. By the way, both 10mm Snap-on sockets, 3/8 drive, 1/4 inch drive. I'm not really going to compare. That's not really fair because this has a different end than these Kokens. But I may end up getting them just because I was very impressed with the quality of these. The beauty of this, guys, is the price. All right, so here's the real kicker here. Let's try to make this an apples to apples. So right now I am in the process of, because I like them so much and I want to do a video to do more of a true comparison. I'm in the process of pricing out a 1/4 inch set with the wobble end on it from Koken. And I thought, you know what? Let's do a comparison of what would Snap-on look like. So let's do apples to apples using these as a representation. If you want a Snap-on set, 1/4 inch, 6-piece set with the wobble end on it, it's going to set you back $185 here in America. If you go with Koken, their USA website, the same set, 6 pieces, 1/4 inch with the wobble ends, $125. That's a third cheaper to buy this, which in my opinion, and I'm just talking about extensions. I don't have experience with their sockets, their ratchets, and this is coming from a dude that owns quite a bit of Snap-on stuff. Look, these are Snap-on, that's Snap-on. I've got a nice Snap-on toolbox over there. But in my opinion, these are these are 2/3 the price, and they're better. I might have to get just a few other things just to see if that's consistent across the line here, because I was very blown away by these, I will say. So I'm going to get a set to do more of a comparison, see how it locks up, so to speak, and whatnot. And some guys, hey, listen, I get it. If you're a full-time mechanic, Snap-on guys coming to you every day, maybe it's worth the extra third. Maybe it's worth to you the extra $60 for this set right here, because he'll come right to you. He'll warranty it out. But guess what? I do not own a shop. I am a do-it-yourselfer guy. I am a hobbyist at best. I turn my wrench to change my oil. That's what I'm doing. I'm not swapping motors every day or anything like that. So to me, even the warranty over these guys is not worth it for the Koken. Heck, Koken may have a good warranty. I don't know. I haven't done any research on it. I'm going to have to look that up. But to me, it's not worth 60 more bucks to even have the warranty on this, whenever this is 2/3 the price right here. It's just, I could put that towards something different or extra. And if this is as good a quality, hopefully I don't even need the warranty, right? So I just got to say, I'm really blown away, taken back by these. And so Koken, big thumbs up. I'm super impressed with this right here. And guys that have been doing this longer than me, if you've got some of the same different brands here, Snap-on, Koken, let me know your experience. How do the ratchets compare, the sockets? What are some things that Koken's doing that you feel like is just different than anybody else, that may be better? There's a few things that I've done some research on that I'm like, these guys have got some things figured out. So if you're seeing stuff that maybe I'm not, please let me know down in the comments. And guys, I appreciate you checking out the video. I'll be sure to leave you some links to both of these different sets down below in case you're interested in looking. And guys, as always, I hope you have a great day. Take care.